All right, hi guys, it's Miss A and
Miss Johnson. Hey guys.
I have a special helper with me today, and we are on day 3 of our culture lesson. We've been talking about what it means to describe your culture, all the different cultures that vary from person to person, from family to family, and in this case, from country to country or tribe to tribe. So we've actually been talking about Kenyan culture and comparing our own cultures to Kenyan culture yesterday in our lesson. So today, Miss Johnson and I thought it would be really cool to show you how to make a Kenyan craft, and this is actually inspired by the Maasai tribe that we've been reading about. So before we get to the craft, we're going to share with you some interesting facts about the Maasai tribal jewelry because we're going to be making necklaces today. So first, Maasai women in the tribe make the necklaces to support their families. So this is how they get money, and so this responsibility is on the women, which is pretty cool. And the other really awesome thing that we found out was that all ages, starting around 3, participate in the necklace making. So even kids participate in that. And it begins at around age 3. So like I said, can be really small to really, really old. I think we saw someone who was in their 80s making necklaces. So
right, with a little 3-year-old.
Yes. So this is just really important to their culture and their tribe.
And what also we learned is that certain types of necklaces, there are certain types that are worn for different ceremonies. So they have specific necklaces for weddings, specific necklaces for all sorts of different types of things. So, and then green, they use a lot because it represents the rich earth and soil. They grow a lot of their fruits and vegetables, so that's a good symbolic color. And then they put beads on more than just necklaces. They also put beads on sandals, earrings, all sorts of things. They love beads in that culture.
Oh yeah, I think I remember seeing the sandals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
So
really
they
cool.
love beads. It's a huge part of their culture. And we kind of talked yesterday in our lesson about how we wear beads for some occasions, like party beads and things like that. And even though it's not the same thing, we can still find those small things that we have in common.
Yeah.
And I actually know a lot of people who actually bead as a craft hobby.
I
So
do
that is
too.
something that could go in the middle of your Venn diagram as something that we have in common. My mom loves to do that. So.
I've actually done that too. I've made little beaded rings and things.
Oh,
so,
and you know what? I think I saw Miss James doing that yesterday
Awesome.
online. So yeah, a lot of us have that in common with them. So that's really cool. So we're gonna move on to the supplies you're gonna need. So we try to do this to as close to things you have at home as possible. So this is your list. Feel free to pause this at any time during the video. So the first thing that you're gonna need is a paper plate. And then you're going to need either markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever. Some people do this with paint. So you can actually also paint, which would actually look really cool if you have paint and you're allowed to use it. You will need pipe cleaners or string or yarn, anything like that. Ribbon would work as well. You will need a hole puncher. Now, if you do not have a hole puncher, please have an adult help you to make a hole for the second part of the necklace, or you can leave it off. It's definitely not necessary for the necklace itself, but you'll see when we get to that part. Scissors is your next one. Make sure that adult knows you're using them and that you're using them properly, or they're helping you. And the last thing is decorations. This is kind of optional, but these are our little extra decorations. They're sticky little rhinestones. We got them from the dollar store, and we're going to use those to kind of sparkle up our necklaces. But that's definitely something, if you have stickers at home or anything you want to stick to your necklace, will work. So those are the things that you will need. So now that we have talked about those things, we're going to go ahead and show you ours. We colored ours before the video, and this is kind of the colors that we chose. And I love the planet and taking care of the earth, so I made half of mine green because I was listening to what Miss Johnson was saying about how that stands for the earth. So I chose that color on purpose. And then
Yep, so I've got that as well, a lot of green, and then they have all sorts of other symbolic colors as well. This is close to a red. It's not quite red, but it's close to a red, and red in their culture stands for power. So, cool colors, and there's symbols.
awesome. So we're going to show you now step by step how to complete your necklace. Once you have colored, And I want you to notice that we did color the inside of your plate. That's very important. Make sure that you do that because we're going to show you why in just a second. So I'm going to go ahead and adjust the camera where you can see our workspace here. And I'm going to start showing you first how I'm going to cut this out. Now, a lot of the times we make a hole in the middle and cut around, but we're not going to do that this time. This is super easy. We're actually just going to make a cut, and we're going to stop when we get to the center right here. And then we are going to continue to cut this circle out of the middle of your necklace. And when you're done with that, you're going to have your center piece here. And so in just a second, Miss Johnson's going to show you what we're going to do with this. So like I said earlier, make sure you color this some kind of color or design that you're going to like because we are going to use this later with our necklaces. So right now yours should look like this. We have one little slit. This is where you're going to put this on. It'll stretch and go over your neck, and then you'll have this extra piece.
Okay, so the next step is that you want to fold this circle in half. And so just like this, so it opens with the white in the middle and your colors outside. And then we're just cutting a crescent here, right?
You can cut a crescent or you can just cut along that line and just cut a half. Or do you want to cut more of a moon in there?
I think I'll do mine more of a moon. All right, so
think about a crescent moon when you're doing this. And really, you could do any kind of round design on the bottom, but this is the most closest to the culture that we're going to be doing. So she's going to show you that. And I'm going to do that while she's talking about that.
Okay, so are we going to go ahead and attach now?
Yes.
Okay.
So if we want to hold that over and do the hole punches.
Okay, so the hole punches, guys, what we're going to do is you want the bottom part. You don't want the part that's opening here because you want to be able to put that around your neck, right? So we're going to take this little section here, the part that you cut out, and we're going to lay that over top of the bottom here. And then we'll take our hole puncher or whatever you're using to cut out the hole. And you're going to poke a hole in the corner. And then keep that there, pinch it so it stays. And then poke another hole. So you've got one in each corner, right? Okay.
And I'll show you one more time with mine too.
Mm-hmm.
So I have my little piece. I cut like a different kind of shape out here, but I'm going to put it, again, just like she said, make sure you sit it wherever you want it to be and not up here where it's going to open like she was telling us. So just like this, and I'm going to take the hole puncher and I'm going to make a hole. And it's important to do it and keep it lined up. You'll see why in just a minute. Alright, so now you should have your necklace looking like this with the two holes, which I know is going to be kind of hard for you to see, but right where my fingers are showing through it there, 2 holes and 2 holes here. So now you're going to take your pipe cleaner and we're going to show you how to attach it.
Alright. So you want to take your pipe cleaner, poke that through the first hole, and then you want to line that up with the left side hole from whatever decoration you made, and you want to put those together. You can kind of twist them so that they stay, and then so now we have this attached just like this. And then you can flip this over, bring the pipe cleaner or string through the back side so it pokes out the front like this. And then put it through the front of the decoration. Bring this little spot up here, this little pipe cleaner spot. You're going to twist it so it stays on. And then make sure that you have the same amount of pipe cleaner on each side, that they're even. And then I have a little bit extra, so I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna pinch it in the back so that it stays the length that I want it. So then it looks like this. Like that.
Ooh, awesome. All right, so now we're going to take our little extra decorations, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom of mine. And if you get anything in a strip like this, you're going to have to cut it probably to make it kind of fit what you need. And I'm just going to be kind of simple with it. I'm just going to take one little strip here, just so I have a little bit of sparkle at the end of my necklace. And really, I could cut a lot of these apart and spread them out through here, but I think I'm going to do mine just like that. Oh, those look so good.
Oh, so fun.
All right, so I'm going to bring our camera back up so we can show you how to put them on. So you're just going to put them apart, and you have to move your hair out of the way. You got a lot like I have. And there you go. It looks just like the Maasai tribe necklaces. And if you make one of these and wear it, you can tell someone else some of the facts that you learned about the Maasai tribe and about how this is a way that women are able to support their families and their tribes in the Maasai tribe culture, which I just want to review one more time, which is in the country of Africa. Which is in the country of Kenya. I got it backwards. On the continent of Africa. I said that so many times yesterday. It's separate. And one of the biggest things I want you to remember, aside from culture, aside from our tribe we're talking about, is that Africa is a continent with several countries inside. Just like we live in North America and we have several countries, not just us. And so it's important to know about Africa. So when we think about cultures, we know that all the different countries inside Africa have different cultures. All of the tribes have different cultures and practices and beliefs. And even within a tribe, you're going to have different people who their culture may vary just a little bit. Yeah. So we always want to remember that, and remember that culture is something that makes us unique. It is something that we describe when we think about the clothes we wear, the activities we do, and one of the things on our list were crafts we like to make. And this is the perfect example of the crafts that the Maasai women spend their time making. So we hope you guys are able to make some of these. If you are, please take a picture and send them to Miss Johnson or I. Yes. And please let us see. We would love to see them. So thank you guys for watching.